Celebrate. So we have started the Java collection series. In that we have completed the what is the mean by collection, why we need collection, and how can we use array. That also we can also see the how can we represent array in the Java. And so also why we need the collection framework because we have already seen the array. So what is the mean need any collection? So that's we also done. And what is the difference between arrays and collection? And after that, we are started the collection hierarchy. That is a collection, list, queue, set, map, and also the classes like array list, linked list, and priority queue. In that, we have first started the list. In that, we have done briefly about how can we use the list and why we need only list to store the data or manipulate the data. And also in that, we have started the array list and also the method present in the array list and list. And after that, we mainly see the sorting technique. So uh, for a normal, like for using a integer or string, so we can use sorting technique. But if you have any class or any object that we want to sort accordingly, so we have to use this sorting technique. So we have two techniques, that is comparable and comparator. So first one is the comparable. This comparable interface is present in the java.lang package. To use this comparable, we have to use only within the class that we want to sort accordingly. So we can use only in that class only. And to use this comparable, we have to implement this interface in the that class. And that interface has only one method, that is compare to. So we have to use that to sort the any class. And second one is the comparator. This comparator interface is present in the java.util package. And to use that, we have to create the extra class and we have to use that. And this comparator has two methods. That is, one is a compare, and second one is the equal. And so we have completed the theory parts. So to implement this, we have to use the coding. So we have directly shift to the coding. So if you see, we have created the one class that is book, and we also seen that how can we sort or use this class to use adding or remove methods. To sort, we have to use these two techniques. So first of all, we start with the first technique, that is comparable. So we have to implement that. So we are directly are going to implement this interface, that is comparable. So we have to import that comparable that is present in the java.lang package. And if you want to see the creation, that is the declaration of this class, so there is only one method compare to. And if you see the first line, this interface implements the total ordering. And if you want to sort accordingly, it will sort with a dot equal these methods. And like it will check the first element that is present. And also you can use this for like compare the string also. So we can use that also. And if you see the how this implementation works, so compare this object with a specific object for order, returns a negative integer 0 or positive integer as the object is less than, equal to, or greater than. So if first object is less than, then it will give negative integer, and it is if equal, then it will give 0, and if it is greater than, it will give positive integer. So this is all these things that is in present in the comparable. So we start with the first implementation. So if you see that there is a data type we have to give, and if you don't give the data type, so I'm going to implement that what we call a method that is present in this comparable interface. So if you see, I have implemented, and if you see the input taking, that is object. And so we have to downcast this object to get our required results. So that is the thing we have to do. And if you don't want to downcast and we want to check the element, so we have to directly give data type to this. So I'm going to give data type that is my it's book. So I'm going to give book. And if you have data type is integer, so you can do that also. And it will implement these also. So I'm going to give book and we have to implement that method. And if you see the difference, so we don't have to downcast or check whether this is only the book or all these things. We can directly do that. So I'm going to remove this method. So I'm going to first accordingly, I will sort accordingly book ID. Then I will sort accordingly length. And lastly, we sort accordingly price. And we will do the other technique also. So if you not able to understand that, also we can do that. So first I will sort accordingly with the book ID. So this dot get book ID equal that is what we call greater than o dot get book ID. We have to return one. So we have already seen that why we have to return one or zero or minus one. So else if this dot get book ID less than o dot get book ID and return minus one. Else return zero. So if you don't want to give the else, it will directly take the zero from this. So we don't have to give that. And to do the sorting, so we have to use collections dot sort. We have to pass the list that is books and it will sort accordingly. So I will show you the result. If you see, so I have sorted in ascending order and I have sent the elements in different order and I am getting in ascending order. If I want in descending order, just I have to change this with this thing with minus one and second one is one. So it will sort in descending order. If you see, I am getting the result in descending order 103, 102, 101. And if you don't want this type in was condition, so you can have to just return that is this dot get book ID dot compare to that is o dot get book ID. So it will directly sort in ascending order. And if you want in descending order, just shift this ID here and this and here. So you can do in the descending order. So we have to sort with the name. So just we have to give what we call get name and here also get name. And it will give according to name. If you see, first one will come with A, second one will come with a W, and last one is a Z, X, that is. Sorry. And if you want to sort with the what we call price, so we have to just give price, and here also price. So it will sort accordingly. If you see, it is sorting in ascending order. That is 450, 650, 750. And this is all about the comparable techniques that we have to use to sort anything. And after that, we are going to see the comparator interface. To use comparator interface, we have to create a new class. So I'm going to create that class. first I have to just remove the sorting technique of comparable, and then I will create that. So first I will sort accordingly to the price, then we will sort according to the book ID and then with name. So first I have to sorting technique that is called sort price. We'll do that. So if you see, I'm going to implement comparator, that is second one that is present in the java.util package. Same with this, we have to give the what we call data type. So I'm going to give integer as a data type, or if you have anything like I am going to give the book because I am applying the this comparator on book. So I am going to give book, and I have to implement the compare that is compare technique. So I'm going to use that. And if you have any other than this data type, you can do that also. If I didn't give the data type, it will give the object and we have to downcast that. So that is why I have used the data type in first position. So that is why. So I'm going to sort with the price. So I am going to give one dot one dot get price greater than o2 dot get price. I will return one, else if o1 dot get price less than o2 dot get price, and we will return -1. And if both are same, so it will return 0. And that is all about the comparator. And we have to just implement the collections dot sort, and we have to use the second method that is present in the collection class. So we have to use that. So first I will pass the books, and then I will pass the sorting object. So I have to use new sort price. So that is the thing. So I will pass this, and if you check the price in ascending or descending order, if you see, we are getting this price in ascending order. And if you want in descending order, you have to just change the value. So it will sort accordingly. If you see, so I'm getting the result in descending. And if you want to sort accordingly, what we say, name, the publisher name, and book ID. So we have to just create the class, and we have to just implement the comparator, and we can do that. So I'm going to show you one shortcut technique. So we don't have to create the class, we don't have to implement all these things. So we have to just create the comparator. So we have to just create the comparator. We have to give book as a what we say data type. I'm going to give cm1 equal to what we call comparator dot. So method present in the comparator is comparing. We have to just pass comparing, and we have to use what we call book, that is a book, and on which we want to sort. Like I want to sort on the price, so get price. So it will sort according to the this thing. So we are using the make reference. So that means we are using, so we have to use class name, and then we have to use their method present in the book. So that is we want to sort accordingly. So here we have to just pass the cm1. and it will sort accordingly. If you see, we are getting the sorting technique direct. And if you want to sort on other things, I'm going to change the get with the name. So I want to sort with the name. So it will sort according to the name. If you see, so I'm getting the result in the name. So A, W, X. So I'm getting the result in the this order. So this is all about the sorting technique that we are used in the collection. So in tomorrow's lecture, we are going to see the other classes and other techniques that are present in the collection. So thank you.